Well, hello everybody, and welcome to this episode of G Bear's Off-Grid Ways, a homestead in the desert. We're down here at the Garden of Eating on May 16th, 2020. Anyway, I want to upgrade you or update you on the garden. I've been giving some of my spinach plants away to my neighbor up the road. She's starting her garden. I hope they're doing well up there. My watermelon, all three of them, are popping up really good, and the corn is really coming up. So looks like I'll have a good harvest of corn this year. And of course, the cabbage here is just really flourishing. And I'll be getting the outer leaves of this. I eat some of it. I make soups with some of it, and I also give it to the chickens. And the chickens are growing fast by eating that stuff. So, all right, my celery is starting to go to seed here. I'll let some of it go to seed so I can get some more celery seed to replant. And that'll be good. Of course, all my other stuff here, these are the mulberry trees that I got from Aurora and Chris. And yeah, they're doing great. They're happy inside here. The birds don't pick on them. Look at the size of the leaves on these things. Really enjoyable. Anyway, my radishes, everything, kale, everything's growing well. Even my lettuce down here. And the grapevine is loaded with grapes. So that's going to be pretty cool pretty soon here. I'm going to have some good big bunches of grapes on that. And right now I'm out here wearing nothing but shorts and flip-flops, and there's flies and stuff that are bothering the heck out of me. So anyway, my little shade trees here, they're all coming back. They're happy that the cold weather is gone. And remember, I planted this back on April 1st of 2019, a little more than a year ago. And it was only 33 and a half inches. That's what it says right there, 33 and a half inches tall. And right now, well, I'm standing next to it looking up at it. So it's probably 6 foot tall now. It's doubled in size. And my volunteer sunflowers are doing good. They're coming up happy. I'm going to have to harvest some potatoes here pretty soon because the plants are wilting out even though they're well watered. That means that it's time to pull up some potatoes. I've got black raspberries already set on these plants here. There's another one getting ready to pop a bud right up there. So, and down here, yeah, I'm going to get some of those. Thanks, Aurora. Over here, my bush beans, and look at the strawberries. Oh, I got one ready to eat here. Look at that. I'll let it go another day. I'll have that for breakfast in the morning. My peppers are coming up. That's my acorn squash over there. That's a cantaloupe over there. These are my San Marzano tomatoes. This big old pear tree is a great shade tree, but not a single bud on it, so I'll have to do something about that. Broccoli's coming up well. Here's the other shade tree I put in here. This one was only 30 and a half inches tall when I put it in last year on April 1st. Okay, that would have been right about this point. And there's my finger. And there's how much it's grown. So yeah, doing really well. Got all these other plants that I got from Aurora. They're all doing well. The avocado, the main avocado, died because of the frost that got on. But this other sprout came up right beside it. So I've got another one coming. Cool. My shishito sweet peppers. Wow. Oh, I'm getting eaten up alive over here. Little bugs all over the place. So I'm going to get out of here pretty soon. Yeah, these are all citrus trees I got from Aurora. They're all doing well. My tomatoes doing great. I got flowers, buds, and tomatoes set on every plant I've got out here. And my pepperoncini plants are starting to come up here, so that's good. And my peaches are still doing well. Corn, that grapevine finally took and it's starting to grow. The other two down there, the Concord grape, I think those are going to go back to Home Depot because they're not doing anything. But yeah, look at the big bunches of grape pods setting on this thing, just everywhere, big old chunks. And this thing wants to get out of here. It's headed for the outdoors. I'll let it grow along there wherever it wants to go because it can only go as far as the wall, and then it's going to start heading down. We'll see how many I can get up there. And that'd be nice to walk through here and have a bunch of grapes growing. These are my early girl tomatoes. They're really going up really quick here. And yeah, I've got some flowers set on it, but I don't see any tomatoes set on these yet. These carrots these are transplants, and they're growing to seeds. So I'm going to wait till I get some carrot seeds off of those, and then I'll pluck those. I'm still not sure what these two little trees are, but I'm going to have to transplant them into something bigger because they're growing pretty quickly. This mulberry tree here is doing really well, and I don't see any mulberries on it. I had some on the trees when they were outside, but the birds got to them. My arugula over here, that is delicious peppery flavored arugula. And I got one going to seed here, so I'll get some seeds off of there so I can replant. But the heat's coming now, so everything's going to bolt on me. This spinach is probably the best spinach I've ever eaten. I just love coming in here, just plucking a leaf off, like this one right here, and just eating it right out of the garden. Well, you can see my peaches on this tree. This is the early Alberta, and I got peaches all over the place on there, just growing like crazy. Boy, that spinach is good. So anyway, just wanted to catch you up on what was going on in the garden here. The winds have died down again. They did blow through the night a little bit, and then calmed down in the morning, and I got some work done. Excuse me while I finish my spinach. As Popeye would say, I'm strong to the finish because I eat my spinach. All right. So anyway, I went out this morning while it was still a little on the cool side because it did get up into the mid-90s today. And all these clouds just recently came in. It was clear earlier. But I came out and I moved the cabinet doors after I put the hinges. You see I've got 4 hinges on them, so that'll hold them nice and straight on the hinge side. Same thing on this one, and they're all set at equal increments, so they're symmetrical. And then here's the pipes that I made and I put on the insides to hold the other side of the door straight. And there's one there too. So these are ready to hang, but I had to get those off of this table because I needed the room to cut the clear pine I had here to make the framework for my pantry cabinet that I'm going to hang those on, because I had to get those in, get the nail holes filled, and get it sanded down and ready so I could paint it before I hang the doors. But I also have to finish painting the room. Now, you see that I've been through here doing the second coat of mud. I got it on mostly everything here, all the way down around to that corner. Okay, so from that corner to this seam right here, just across these two windows, are all I've got left on the walls to put the second coat of mud on. And then I got to do the ceiling. Now, I did do a little work on the big break I had in here, and as you can see, it's dressing in very well. But I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 tape joints on the ceiling, and of course around the upper corners. You can't do both edges at the same time because your knife just strikes the one that's still wet and causes nicks and scratches and stuff. So I usually do the wall section all the way around first, and then I save the ceiling for last. So I got to do it all the way around the outer edge of the ceiling yet. And of course this little area up here. But I've done this wall all around the windows. Everything's all ready for tomorrow. I should finish the mudding in here. And I'll get my big drywall sander out. I just have to run that across everything real quickly. And that'll give me a nice smooth surface to work with. And then I walk around. I use a light, like one of those little lights right there from Harbor Freight. And I look for any flaws or anything that might show up after the paint goes on. I'll be ready for paint pretty soon. So here's the clear pine framework that I did around my pantry. So it's ready to hang the doors. And I've got the paint here. I've got my little touch-up brush to do the insides with, because I'll paint all of this wood is going to get painted so that when you open it up you don't see the screws and the wood and all of that stuff. But yeah, this is all done around here and everything looking really good. So pretty soon this room will be painted out, and then I can buy some flooring and get the flooring in here. And then if I still have stay-at-home orders going and I've got nothing else to do, I'm going to buy the flooring, put the flooring in here, and I'll buy the flooring that I need for here also in the same run. And then I'll, once I got this room done, I can move a lot of stuff from this kitchen out of here into this new room so that I can run through there real quick, do my final tape and mud and all of that stuff. And I've got a piece of drywall right there that I've got to put up yet. That's one whole sheet there. And I didn't plan on buying that yet because I've got other things I've got to do. But I have to move everything out of here in order to put that piece of drywall up. And then I got to reroute all of my security camera wires and that stuff so that they're out of the way and hidden inside the wall. And then, of course, my big computer here is going to move out of the kitchen area because that little refrigerator I've got over there is going to end up coming out. And I'm going to put in another cabinet like that one, but all drawers. And then I'll do a larger countertop there to match this countertop so that I have a nice work area there. And then where this computer monitor and the computer and all that and the stand is, that I'll put my full-size refrigerator there. And then I'll have a full kitchen here. And this table, as messy as it is right now, because I got all my stuff moved around and sitting on top of the table, this table will end up coming out of here and going into this room, most likely. And this table will end up going out altogether. I won't use this one anymore. But I'll keep the table. I'm going to keep the table on this side of the room, under the window, the old window, kind of centered, so I sit on both sides, and it's got room for 4 chairs on the sides and 1 extra on the end. So if I have visitors, we can all sit at the table and eat. But sooner or later, all that's going out because I'm going to be putting a sofa bed against this wall because the TV is going to get hung up there on that wall. And the sofa bed would be a good place to sit and watch it. And then I could put some other living room furniture around here, around the room. Maybe a chair in the corner and a little table over here with some things on it, so forth and so on. But that's all down the road. That's all pretty, not functional. I got to get the functional part done first. So that's all there is for it today, everybody. This is G Bear, thanking you for joining me in this episode. And don't forget to give me a thumbs up down there. G Bear signing off.